All right, guys, first of all, apologize for, I'm going to be pretty slow thinking in this video because I'm just under 2 hours away from weighing in for New Zealand Nationals. This is probably one of the most brutal cuts I've ever done. Um, when I left Newcastle Wednesday morning, I weighed in on my home scales 81.7. I then didn't eat or drink anything except for a small wrap on the plane because I was so hungry. I didn't eat like basically anything except for that, and I didn't drink except for like a small sip before I got on the plane until yesterday morning. I felt so depleted. I felt so empty. I felt so thirsty. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm at weight already. So then I'm staying with my brother. He doesn't have any scales, so I was like, okay, I'll go buy some. Bought some scales, brought them home. 81.4. I'd only dropped 300 grams. I was like, that is not right at all. When I go on my first day of no food, no water, or no water from midday, so that's from Wednesday midday, no water, I normally lose 1.5 kilos. So for me to be 300 grams less, I was like, these scales are going to be majorly heavy. Then we went and saw some more scales. They said the same thing. They were like 200 grams off. I'm like, what is going on? Is gravity stronger in New Zealand or something? This is so weird. So I started spinning all yesterday. I thought I'd be able to eat and drink a bit, but I couldn't. I did have to have a couple of sips yesterday just to get me through because I did start getting pretty thirsty towards the end of the day. But as per usual, weirdly enough, the water isn't the hardest part. It's more for me the food. And through all that effort, I managed to get down to 80.6 last night. That's comfortable. I know I normally lose just under 1 kilo overnight on the final day. This morning, I guess because I was already very depleted, I only lost 600 grams. So I woke up 80.0 on the dot. So we're chilling. Still 2 hours to weigh in. I can probably pee once more before I get there. So I should be able to make weigh in. No worries. Won't have to hit the sauna. Thank goodness, because an hour after weigh in, I have to go to my sister's school. She's a school teacher at intermediate school here. I'm going to do a little presentation for those guys and hopefully get some of the youth scene into arm wrestling within New Zealand. So that'll be really cool. Yeah, New Zealand Nationals. Keen to see what the New Zealand scene is like. This is my first time arm wrestling competitively over here. I have stopped through one other kind of Christmas break. I wrestled some of the guys in Dunedin. They were still a pretty new club back then. They were maybe, I think they might have started like a year after us. So I think they were maybe like 1 or 2 years in at that point, probably. Really, really strong 60 kilo guy there, strongest at that weight I'd ever felt. And I was meaning to stop through Christchurch and arm wrestle the guys in Christchurch on the way because we drove up from Dunedin. But in the end, we didn't have enough time. I had to get up to Nelson for Christmas. So I couldn't arm wrestle in Christchurch, but then we went over to Wellington, and that was when the Wellington club was like brand new. Like I think it was only maybe like a couple of years old at that point, and there were only pulled 3 of the guys that were there. So it was Geordie, he's my best mate since I've been like 10. Sasha, I think it was, quite a tall guy. I know he'd lost a bunch of weight prior to pulling him. That's why we went down from like 110 down to like 90 when I was there. And this other guy that I forget the name of that I think Geordie said it isn't arm wrestling anymore. So the Wellington scene will be completely different now. So I'm going to be stopping through there after Nationals actually the following weekend, and I got a couple of super matches planned. One with the number 1 right-hand puller from Wellington itself, by the name of Ben. I forget his last name. And then also the number 1 left hand in the wider Wellington region. I think he's from, I think it's Palmerston North, called Liam. So I've been watching Liam in particular for a while. I'm very keen to see what he feels like. His pronation numbers something stupid like 55. So that's going to be a lot to deal with. Yeah, so lots lined up the next 2 weeks. Coming off a back-to-back Oz Nationals and New Zealand Nationals, so we'll see how we go. Top roll feels pretty okay. I didn't get too much wear and tear on my top roll, though my inside was a bit sus after the after pull. I wasn't supposed to after pull, but you know how it is. You get pulled in, people asking, and I'm like, for most people I said no, but I really wanted to feel what Robbie Capone was like, because I'd never felt, I'd felt him in an after pull before, but it was a couple of years ago now at this point, and I wonder if I'd caught up some of the deficit. Nope, he is still levels above. His cup is just so all-encompassing. Like, it's going to be really difficult for anyone in our weight class, in the 80 class, to deal with his left. Maybe there might be someone though. Grant Tolentino was able to stonewall Pepe. He might be the only guy who can make the 80 kilo class and actually deal with Robbie. That is a super match I would pay to see. I really, really would love to see that at some point. Unfortunately, with New Zealand, I don't know if many of the big names are going to be making it. So I just found out this morning, Thomas Fitzy isn't going to be making it. He was like a big worry, especially on right arm. I don't think my right would have anything for him. I saw how close his match was with Josh Barker. Left, I'm very curious. He we didn't compete, but he beat my left in the after puller over the top. Yeah, very, very strong arm wrestler, a lot of leverage. I think he could easily go up into the 90 kilo class if he was able to eat up into that class. The number one current left-hander in New Zealand under 80 is this guy called Jay, but he's had a lot of injuries. He said he wasn't even going to think about coming until he found out that I was coming. So I don't know what happened there, whether he's ended up making the decision to come. I hope so. I'd love to pull him in a competitive setting. I did have to pull him at over the top. I mean, not over the top. At East vs West qualifiers earlier this year. But yeah, just keen to grip up with everyone, keen to meet everyone. Hopefully this cut hasn't taken too much out. Hopefully Oznats, I'm relatively okay. I'll do a bit of rehab today and I'll see how I'm feeling to see what my options are. Because yeah, I'd hate to commit to the wrong option and get flashed because I'm in pain. All right, keen to see you guys. I will be weighing in at the 11 a.m. one, so I can eat as soon as I can and not be dead at my sister's school. Never stop learning arm wrestling, guys. Catch ya.